my vintage loves. Today I'm going to talk about one of the favorite parts of my collection, specifically DuBarry gowns. When I started collecting, I didn't know a whole lot about different labels, but I quickly learned that one of my favorite brands, and one that really fits my particular figure really well, is a brand called DuBarry. This is a brand that was made between the 1940s and the 1960s, and they specialized in gowns and evening attire and things like that. I tried to research more, but I couldn't find out much more, so if you find out anything specific, please let me know. I'd love to know more about this brand. So I'll start with the first DuBarry I ever bought, this one, which I bought at the Manhattan Vintage Clothing Show from one of our friends and favorite vendors, Noble Vintage Clothing, and I just love the color of this one. It matches the color of my eyes. I love the way it fits my body. The one thing I love about DuBarry dresses is they're quite fitted through the torso and a little looser and flowier around the hips, and I'm pear-shaped, so I really love that part of DuBarry. And also one thing I love about DuBarrys is that a lot of them come with beautiful belts. And I think the belt on this one in particular is really, really beautiful. A lot of the time they, don't make it to you with the belt intact, but when they do, it's so special because the belts are really beautiful and they add to the beauty of the dress. These are little dress clips that I added on my own, but I think they add to it as well. And I just love this. I feel like a Grecian goddess in this dress, and I feel like it really brings out the best in me, as do all DuBarry dresses. This next dress I found online and I wore it to New Year's Eve a few years ago. Another great thing about this is the belt, which I mentioned before. DuBarry belts tend to be really fun, and I'm so glad this one still has it. It has this beautiful draping in the front and a little kick pleat in the front, so it's great for dancing. So this is kind of a bonus dress. The tag is not in this, it is no longer existent, but I feel like it's a DuBarry. It has the pin tucks up here and the details and the belt and a flowy skirt, so it has the spirit of DuBarry. I really love this dress. I love this color. I love dancing in it. I bought this from Lydia 1940s here on Instagram. She has some beautiful stuff, and thank you, Lydia, for this beautiful dress. This is one of my absolute favorite DuBarry dresses, partly because my sweetie gave it to me a few years ago for Christmas, and I actually cried when I opened up the present because I was so surprised and touched by that because it did so well. I love the color, I love the beading. This is one of my favorite colors. I love the beautiful full skirt and how it flows when I dance, and unfortunately it didn't come with a belt. The belt was missing, but I replaced it with this belt from Anthropologie, which I think works pretty well. This is another DuBarry dress that I bought from Lydia 1940s. I love, love, love the color of this one. I love this beautiful draping in front, and I just think it's a beautiful dress all the way around. Even though it doesn't have any rhinestones or beading or anything, I just think the simplicity and the color really speak for themselves. Again, the belt was missing on this one, so I dropped in a belt from Anthropologie. This belt and that belt from Anthropologie have both served me very well on many occasions, so if you ever see a belt, a beaded belt, it's a really good thing to have in your wardrobe to replace belts that might have been lost. Yeah, I love this, and I hope you like the picture that we're going to show you our friend's wedding. Our friend Keith and Ramsey's, we attended their wedding, and I wore this dress, and our wonderful friend Rose Callahan took a beautiful picture of Matthew and I wearing this. I feel like this is a slightly different DuBarry dress than the rest of them. It has these stronger shoulder pads, as you can see, and this lovely little peplum that kind of dips down in the back with the sequins on it. This is the Anthropologie belt again, which I feel like works really well with it. And I love this deep, rich purple color. Purple is my favorite color, as you might have been able to tell, and I just think it's a great all-around dress. I wore this to New Year's Eve a few years ago. This is one of two black DuBarrys I have. I love the beading at the neckline of this one. I think it is so beautiful. And also it has this great slit here, so wonderful for dancing. I wore this at one of the black tie dinners that we had at Tweed Lodge a few years ago. I love a simple black dress, and this one ticks all the buttons. We have the original belt with this beautiful buckle, some nice shoulder pads to give it some structure, and that great kick pleat again, which is great for dancing. The skirt flows beautifully, and I feel like I can wear this dress pretty much anywhere. It's a great cap to my DuBarry collection. I'm always looking for more DuBarry, and I hope that you learned a lot from this video. Please follow us on Instagram at MyVintageLoveBlog and subscribe below if you haven't already. We'll see you at the next one.